Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here. And don't worry, this one's not just going to be about MMA, although obviously Khabib Nurmagomedov, I just butchered his last name, Nurmagomedov, is the number one 155 pounder in the world right now, possibly one of the greatest ever. Certainly in that division, I think the greatest fighter of all time. A lot of people are saying, "Well, I don't know. I don't know if there's anybody that out there that's even come close to what he's achieved." Now, globally, Khabib is a superstar, a megastar. But prior to the Conor McGregor fight, people thought McGregor had a chance. He did not. He never had a chance. He doesn't have a chance in a rematch. That should never happen since, McGregor is an alleged violent rapist. Anyway, that's not the subject of this video. Already, I saw some of the people in the chat say, well, he's not big in the United States because he's a wrestler, because he holds people down. He's not exciting. He has a very similar style, if not a better style and more violent style than GSP did. George St. Pierre was mostly a grappler, not a very big striker, obviously mega huge in Canada, but super large in the United States as well. And as such, was promoted by the UFC in this country, our neighbors to the north. It made sense. A pretty boy with a French-Canadian accent who was clean-cut looking, etc., etc. Now, fast forward to now, and they were really hoping McGregor beat him. I'm telling you right now, the odds makers knew it wasn't going to happen. The hardcores like myself knew it wasn't going to happen. And even Dustin Poirier, who put on a much better showing than McGregor, really had no chance. And that 5-1 underdog it's justified. I don't know. I think Tony Ferguson even comes in probably as a 2-1 underdog. And I love Tony Ferguson, and I want to see that fight. So what is it about Khabib Nurmagomedov that they don't push him in this country? Well, there's a few things. There's number one, he's a good person. He's a great person. He's an actual good person. I'm going to play this clip of him talking about UFC to Africa, but he gives a lot of his money away to rebuild a war-torn region, a third world region in many regards. And the thing is that you would think that would be a selling point. Here's why it's not. All the way over here is little Dagestan. Right there. You see my little, we're going to, I got to go, my arms got to stretch, but way past Kazakhstan, all the way over here, little Dagestan. Now above it is Russia, one of the current boogeymen that the United States is pushing. They're interfering with our elections. Poot is the devil. And then on the other end, below Dagestan, Iraq, Syria, Turkey, Afghanistan, Iran, etc. Another war-torn region where our global war on terror takes place. Now, Khabib is also a family man, and he happens to be Muslim, our main enemy in the Middle East, has traditional value set. Now, I know a lot of you are going to say, he's a terrorist. Ali Abdelaziz, his manager, man, he's a terrorist linked to 9/11. He's a terrorist linked to 9/11, not even allowed in the country. Well, let me say this about that. There's probably a good chance that he financiered or knew some of the people involved in that international intelligence operation, as the money often moves through organized crime networks and businessmen. And if you don't think that they're involved in the fight game, you obviously have not followed the fight game. When there's gambling involved, when there's sports involved, guess what? Organized crime is often involved. And when we're talking about terrorists in a broad sense, and 9/11 in particular, with all of the money that moved, they want to point out Ali Abdelaziz's connections. They won't point out the Pakistani ISI connections and how that guy, the head of the ISI, is in D.C. on the morning of 9/11, meeting with Porter Goss, the future head of the CIA, meeting with Bob Graham, later meeting with Joseph Biden, pledging their allegiance to that same war on terror that is going on today. So you can't have a positive Muslim man who says all the right things, by the way. In fact, listen to this, just this little end. I mean, this is as American as it gets, except for the assalamu alaikum.
Right now I'm busy. After I'm gonna call you back. Coke with some ice, pizza, and then I'm gonna call you. Assalamu alaikum, brother.
See that? Coke, some ice, nice pizza. I call you assalamu alaikum, brother. See, that's not the Coke that McGregor's on. That's on a 2-day bender before an alleged violent rape. It's not that kind of Coke. But who was on the cover of UFC 3? Undisputed? Who? It wasn't Khabib, that's right. Even though he'd never had a loss and he's a class act. No. It was Conor McGregor. Let's sell that bullshit. Let's sell the controversy. Let's sell the hate. That's the angle. And that's how it works in this country. That's how it works in this country. And the other thing is that think about that in that war-torn region. God forbid he spoke out against the war on terror or the policies in the United States and became maybe like a Muhammad Ali type figure. But it's so far away from that, again, most headlines there's McGregor demands rematch. Why is he getting any attention? He's a third-rate fighter at this point. I think most people in the top 10 in both the 145 and 155 divisions beat him handily. I mean, my God. Tony Ferguson would give him a mauling. Justin Gaethje would give him a mauling. Dustin Poirier would give him a mauling. I could continue. He beat Dustin at 145 years ago, but at full weight, and I think 6 years later, it's not even a fight. I don't want to see any of it. So here's Khabib saying, you want to go global. Let's go to Africa. It's a large country. I couldn't agree with him more. Again, what a positive influence this guy is.
Build this arena in 2 months. If UFC have big fight, they can build like this arena somewhere like Congo, Nigeria, or like Somalia, Sudan, whatever, fight there, make money, and do some charity stuff. UFC can do this, I'm gonna do this, if they wanna support this. Why not, Like, for example, Africa is like very bad situation right now without water. A lot of people dying because they don't have just drinking water, We don't have this problem, but millions of people have this problem, Why not? We can do this. Let's go. If UFC gonna support this, I'm gonna support this too. Like, build this arena.
Class act. Total class act. So, you know what, UFC? Love to see it. Can we do something in Africa? Him versus Ferguson's a great fight. This guy's already talking about doing charitable work. You've brought the UFC just about everywhere else. I mean, it has been to Russia at this point. It's been to, let's see, you've been to China, right? You go to South America all the time. Australia is a huge spot. Africa is a very big place. And like he said, I mean, Nigeria, the Congo, Somalia, Sudan, it would be a huge boost to the economy there. It would be great PR, right? Public relations for everybody, and it would actually help people like this man has done. And, we talk about the UFC not promoting. How about our shitty media? They would much rather portray this guy as some type of villain and, for instance, really focus on him jumping the cage and swinging at Dylan Dennis, another garbage human being, in my opinion. At least, listen, I don't know Dylan Dennis personally, but ran in that McGregor circle. I don't like how he talks. I don't like his attitude. He doesn't seem to have any respect for anybody. I get it. It's the fight game. Everybody's trying to make $1, et cetera, et cetera. I enjoy Colby Covington's antics, so maybe I'm being a hypocrite here. But Dennis, again, talking smack to the guy, they really did say things about his family in a culture where that's not acceptable. Listen, everybody knows that, Fitch and I speak sometimes. And if you watch John Fitch's broadcast, every time he talks about Khabib Nurmagomedov, he talks about how classy him and everybody around him acts. Unless you say or do the wrong thing, and in a second they will put you in your place and say, hey, that's not how it rolls. That's not how a man rolls. But, that must be toxic masculinity, being a champion, conducting yourself as a family man, giving to charity, toxic masculinity, evil Russian and Middle Eastern terrorist stuff. And that's why he's not big in this country, or as big as he should be. He should be massive. He is the man, and congratulations to him for that win over the weekend. Guys, I'm doing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 videos a day, but I'm also a documentary filmmaker. 9/11, the anniversary, is right around the corner, so now is the time to go check out Loose Change, Final Cut, and Fabled Enemies, both free over at my channel here. You can just go right here to the documentaries playlist and also watch Shade the Motion Picture and Invisible Empire on top of that. Again, we're kicking out the jams. Earlier today, I did a walk and talk on Trump and his let's not have peace talks. Let's not end this war after 18 years, this war of aggression that really had nothing to do with bin Laden, that really was based on a lie in the first place. But let's not end it. Let's flex a little on the internet and let every right and left partisan hack chime in about it. And then we did a really interesting piece on the Central Intelligence Agency, actual knock agents, again, non-diplomatic agents that the CIA will cut loose if indeed they do get caught doing what they're doing. Really interesting video on that. And we're going to be back later today with a lot more, including a Nexium update. So I want to thank you all. Remember to thumb this video up. If you're new to the game here, please like, share, and subscribe. Become a member of the Burmese Brigade. Ring that bell for notifications. And if you can, guys, I'm doing it with your help. This is how I'm doing it. I have a GoFundMe. I don't have a Patreon. I don't have a Subscribe Star. There is no bonus material. I give everything away for free. So if you like that and you want to support me financially, $5, $10, $15, it means the world to me. I do appreciate it. And with that being said, I will see you all on the flip side.